The boys that come to Notre Dame will never forget their high school experience because they come here and they become transformed. And they become transformed in apparent and sometimes very subtle ways. Sometimes it's just their demeanor, their ability to speak to adults, their ability to interact with fellow students, their willingness to put themselves out there and do something that they feel uncomfortable doing because they didn't think they had the ability to do it. Those are the transformations that we try to have here with our students. A lot of them are academic transformations, students starting at basic levels of intellectual engagement and eventually winding up in AP, ECE, or international baccalaureate courses. Sometimes it's their passion for sports medicine or engineering or video production or the leadership program. Sometimes it's the passion for the game, for the ability to score that winning touchdown or make that last hoop at the last second. All of those experiences are transformational, and I will tell you that this place is about transformation.
Hi guys, my name is Jacob Bauer. I'm a senior here at Notre Dame, and I am from the town of Guilford.
My name is Jaden Jackson. I'm a junior here at Notre Dame, and I'm from West Haven.
No, I'm Nick Romero. I'm a senior, and I'm from Prospective.
My name is Edison. I'm a lawyer. I'm from the community.
Hi, my name is Matt Picota. I'm a junior here at Notre Dame, and I'm from Milford.
Hi, my name is Ben Amaron. I'm a freshman here at Notre Dame, and I'm from North Haven.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We're going to start with our first question. How easy is it to make friends at Notre Dame, and what if I'm the only one from my town or from my high school? Jacob, going to start us off.
Yeah, sure. So I was the only person coming from my town and my middle school, so I had no contacts inside of Notre Dame. First day of school, I'm walking in, and I knew nobody. Fast forward 4 years, and now I can tell you basically everybody in the senior class by first name. So you will not have a problem here at Notre Dame making friends, whether that be getting involved in sports, just hanging around with people during community period, getting involved in clubs. You need to get involved in something. There are many opportunities here at Notre Dame for you to meet people, but you do have to put in the work. You have to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to, express yourself and, join things that you're interested in. But making friends here at Notre Dame will not be a problem, just as long as you, give yourself the opportunity to meet people.
Thank you, Jacob. Nick, do you want to follow up with that as well?
Yeah, sure. So I was the only one coming from my town. I only knew one person coming from my middle school. And I do soccer. So we were doing summer practices the summer before I even came here. So I felt like that was a great way for me to meet a lot of guys even before the first day coming here. So I would just reiterate what Jacob said. Get involved with athletics or sports or clubs, performing arts, so all these different ways that you can meet people of diverse backgrounds and of different interests and maybe even similar interests as you. I know myself, I've met so many different people through the different clubs that I'm a part of, through just hanging around during community period or after school. So I just think Notre Dame is a really great place that gives you so many different opportunities to interact with people you may not have met otherwise.
Great, thank you, fellas. Second question, why did you choose to attend Notre Dame? Benny Amor, you want to take that one?
Yeah. So I chose to attend Notre Dame. So my dad went to Notre Dame, so I knew I was coming here for a long time. But, as I got closer, I started really looking at Notre Dame, and I saw the brotherhood between students here, and also that Notre Dame educates the minds and the hearts. Some schools just try to educate the minds, which is great and all, but here at Notre Dame, we like to educate the hearts too, which allows us to become better people and prepares us for anything we want to do in the future.
Great, thanks, Ben. How would you describe your current class schedule at Notre Dame? Matt Picota, you want to take that one?
Absolutely. So we have a 7-period class schedule, but you will only have 5 classes a day. So you have your period 1 class and your period 2 class, and then you'll have your teacher advisory class, which is just 15 minutes that you have with your teacher just to go over announcements, go over prayer, and they'll check on you, make sure everything's fine, your grades and everything's going well. And then you'll have another class, and then you're going to the community period, which is the time where you can do homework, meet with clubs, which we'll get further into later. And then you'll have your last 2 periods. And then as you can see, the 2 classes you didn't have from the prior day will go to the top, so you'll have 6, 7, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's kind of that rotating schedule which prepares you for the college lifestyle, because you're not going to have every class every single day. So it's really preparing you for the next level.
Great, thank you, Matt. Can you tell me a little bit more about community period? As Matt referenced, Jacob, you want to take that?
Yeah, sure. So community period is something really special here at Notre Dame. It's the 70-minute chunk of time in the middle of the day where you can eat lunch, go to teachers for extra help, meet with clubs if you're an athlete, or do fine arts and you would otherwise be busy after school. Community period gives you the ability to get involved in extracurricular clubs that you otherwise wouldn't have been able to do. You can get a jump start on homework if you have commitments after school. You can just hang around with friends and shoot hoops in the gym. So community period really prepares you for college when you're going to have to learn time management. You're going to have to learn how to best structure your day based on your schedule. Again, meeting with teachers is always excellent if you need help with your work, which you're going to have to do in college. You're going to have to reach out to people if you need help. So community period is a very excellent chunk of time at Notre Dame that you're not going to find many other places.
Great, thank you very much. And I will say community period is our lunch period as well, so the students will be eating lunch during that time, whether it's lunch from home or in the cafeteria as well. Okay. Our next question, what if I need extra help? Matt Bicota, would you like to answer that one, please?
Yeah, so the teachers here are absolutely great. I can meet with teachers before school, after school, and during community period. I've done this multiple times. And also, if you see right behind us, we have the Academic Center. That is where Miss Matthews and Mr. Y are specialists. So Mr. Y is just our math specialist. So if you have any problems with math, you're struggling, you can go to him. He's more than, you're welcome with open arms to help you with anything you need. And then Miss Matthews is a specialist in the English department. So if you have problems writing your essays or you want to get better at that, you can go to her. She can also help you with your college essay in that process. So if you're really struggling in those two ideas, so you can go right to them, and they've been very helpful to me and all these students up here.
Great, thank you, Matt. Jaden, do you want to follow up with that as well? Are the teachers helpful here at Notre Dame?
Yeah, the teachers here are very helpful. Like you said before, there's office hours. There's right at the center right here. And if you play sport or something, they can alter your office hours just for you, so you can have a one-on-one if you're behind in that class. So yeah, they help a lot.
Great, thank you, Jaden. We hear a phrase often that's said in our school, don't be an 8:10 to a 2:30 student. Nick Rivera, do you want us to explain to our families what that means?
Yeah, sure. So don't be an 8:10 to 2:30 student. It really just means you get involved at Notre Dame. It means don't be that guy that comes in right before first bell and leaves right after the last bell, brings for the day. Whether that be athletics or clubs, or theater, just get involved and immerse yourself in the Notre Dame experience. I know myself, I'm more of a 7:30 to 9 o'clock student. I play soccer, so I'm here for a few hours after school before soccer practice. And Notre Dame is a place where you can stay after school. You're just hanging around with friends, chatting with the teacher, or just finding a quiet place to study. And so, just don't be an 8:10 to 2:30 student. Immerse yourself. Make the most of your experience here at Notre Dame.
Thanks. And Benny, do you want to follow up with that question too?
Yeah, so I definitely agree. It's definitely to get involved, whether it's in sports, whether it's in fine arts or band. There's always something here for you at Notre Dame to just get involved and do something you like to do.
What are you doing right now, Ben? What's your activity?
I'm playing hockey, so there's workouts twice a week, and then I stay after school and I practice on Tuesday.
Great, thank you, Benny. Okay, how do I get involved if I am not an athlete here at Notre Dame? Jacob, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, sure. For 2/3 of the year, I'm not in season. So there's many ways for you to get involved here at Notre Dame. If you're interested in fine arts, there's the art program here at Notre Dame. There's the drum line, who I'm sure you heard downstairs walking by the music room. There's a theater program, which has won many awards. I think they're working on their production of Robin Hood right now. So there's a ton of ways for you to get involved at Notre Dame. Clubs, we have over 50 clubs right now, ranging from Dungeons and Dragons to Flight Simulator Club to Drone Club to Spikeball Club. So there's a club for nearly every kind of interest here at Notre Dame. If you don't see something you like, start your own club. Find a teacher to moderate it. I'm sure you'll get more than one person who's interested in the same things as you are. So there's many opportunities here to get involved if you're not an athlete.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, Matt Piacota, please tell us about the athletics program here at Notre Dame.
Yeah, so I play football, basketball, and baseball here at Notre Dame, and the coaches are absolutely excellent. They push you to be great on the field, on the court, and also in the classroom because your grades are just as important as your performance. So, and they're absolutely wonderful. And you'll normally have your practices right after school. Sometimes different sports will have it around 6 o'clock because they'll practice after other sports. But you will have practice pretty much every single day, sometimes on the weekends. And you'll have off-season workouts with our special KMK trainers here at Notre Dame, whether it's during the school year or over the summer, which are absolutely great. They get your body's great for the season. And I couldn't ask for a better experience with athletics. I really can't.
Great, thanks, Matt. All right, Justin is part of our International Baccalaureate program, which is a new program to us this year. He's going to talk a little bit about his experience in that program, as well as managing his time with his classes. Justin.
Well, at first it was definitely difficult managing IB with soccer because I'm in season right now. But like it's really beneficial to you now and after Notre Dame when you go into college because you learn good time management skills from the rigorous workload we have because it's assignments on top of assignments. And at first I couldn't manage that with soccer and all that, but now I feel very comfortable both in the classroom and on the field.
Great. Interesting. All right, let's talk about signature programs. Jacob Bauer, do you want to talk about the signature program that you're involved in currently?
Yeah, sure. So I'm in the final year of our engineering course here at Notre Dame, which is a really cool course where you get to, kind of customize your experience. So I took a semester in aerospace engineering. I took a semester in mechanical engineering. And now that I'm in the third year of this program, we're doing a capstone project where we're actually working on building a submarine where we're taking the last 3 years of experience that we've done in the engineering program and wrapping it all together to create a really cool final project. So the engineering program is definitely a cool signature program we have. I was also involved in the Moreau Honors Program as a freshman and sophomore, which kind of ties together religion, social studies, and English. Those three courses kind of ties them together. So we definitely got some cool signature programs here.
Thank you, Jacob. Matt, do you want to follow up with the signature program that you're involved in?
Yeah, so I was part of the sports medicine program here that's taught by our trainer, Bauer. And it kind of just introduced you to the field that sports medicine is, such as sports psychologist, trainer, and all those fields, physical therapy. And it kind of introduced you to some of the things I'm really interested in, because I am definitely interested in health science. So it shows you some of the colleges that are well for those topics. So it's a great program to be a part of, and not many schools have it.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt. All right, lastly, we talk about brotherhood a lot here at Notre Dame High School. Jacob, do you want to just talk to us about what that means and how the brotherhood interaction is between our students?
Yeah, sure. So the word brotherhood, you're going to hear it over and over and over and over again at your 4 years here at Notre Dame. It may sound corny to you now, but I can guarantee you it's more than just a word when you come to Notre Dame. It's one of the reasons that I chose Notre Dame, because I could feel that brotherhood. When I walked in the door, it means you're never going to be left behind by one of your brothers. You can always go to one of your Notre Dame brothers for help. We're all brothers under Notre Dame. So it's more than just a word. It's community. It's a lifestyle. It's walking down the sidewalk and seeing someone with a Notre Dame sweatshirt on who graduated 30 years ago, and then striking up a conversation about your shared experiences at Notre Dame. So it's definitely an important part of the Notre Dame experience, and I think it's the defining factor of Notre Dame is the brotherhood.
Thank you, Jacob. All right, let's finish up with one of our last questions here. Jaden Jackson, I'm coming to you. How is the food at Notre Dame High School? How do you like the food?
Yeah, I like it. So I like it this year. I think the prices so far have been great. It's a big improvement from last year.
We have new food service this year.
But yeah, you can really find there's like a bunch of different options each day, and they change it each week. So yeah, never the same thing twice.
Awesome. Thank you, Jade. How about a round of applause for our family?